falling on the ground. Long day, but we won't back down. One thing playing on our minds. Long wait, but we won't give up now. You crave the love I gave, and we'll do it again. A cold night getting warmer now. The ground shakes as our love gets loud.
Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Triple kill! Godlike! Ultra kill! Rampage!
Welcome everybody to the Day 12 live stream of the ESL India Premiership 2017 fall season, brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Zavi by BenQ, and organized by the lovely folks at Nodwin Gaming. Now I'm your host for the ESL India Premiership, Vagish Kotslebhan, and today we have another set of games for you. Yes, you heard that right. We have the best of our Clash Royale, we have Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and then we have Dota 2 lined up. So let's begin with Clash Royale and see how the standings look so far. Alright, talking about the Clash Royale standings, we have none other than Rinmoim Rinlakar in the first position with 9 points out of the 4 matches played, only 1 loss so far. Now, Arpan Krishnan, our summer season finale champion, is in the second position. Out of the 5 matches played, he's managed to get 9 points and managed to only lose 2 out of those 5. Now Haseeb Iqbal Nazir is in third position, again with 9 points, 5 matches played, same story as Arpan Christian. Now Jimit Bhatt, same story in the fourth position, again 5 matches played, 9 points secured and 2 losses registered. Now Deepak Mehudi Mehta is in the 5th position with 6 points, 3 out of the 3 matches he's played, because he's managed to lose 1 game there. And so has Ruben Dikuna. He's in the 6th position with 6 points, 3 matches down, 1 loss. Now, this is the danger zone. 7th and 8th position. Devilstwin is in the 7th position with 3 points out of the 4 matches played and 3 losses. Now, our second place winner from the summer season finale, Vivek Akrit, he's got 0 points out of the 5 matches played and he's managed to lose all 5 of them. Now let's take a look at Tahir Devilstwin Sharif and Haseeb Nazir, our 2 combatants today, which will be having a showdown against each other. Now, talking about Tahir first, he's from Bangalore. He considers himself as one of the top PvP players in the country and has got a mixed campaign in the summer season. Now, he attended the summer season finale in Mumbai but failed to make a mark there, whereas he's also an accomplished Clash Royale caster. Now, his opposition and being none other than Haseeb Nazir. He's from Mumbai, playing the game since it began. And he was almost relegated to the Challenger League for those who could not follow the summer season, but in June session, he almost got relegated. But he had strong performances in the playoffs, retained his Master League spot, attended the finale in Mumbai, but still could not make it past the first round. So will Tahir Devilstwin Sharif take the game today in his favor, or will Haseeb Iqbal Nazir rule the games today? Well, we'll find out as and when our casters take us through it. So let's head over to the best of 5 Clash Royale.
And we are live with another exciting day of Clash Royale, and things are looking fairly slow on my end. But we're in here for our first match today between Devilstwin and Haseeb. This is game number 1 of this exciting best of 5 match. And we are going to see some new units coming out on the map here. You can see Baby Dragon. No, this is not Baby Dragon, sorry. My bad, that's not a good thing. Alright, so I'm a little behind. lot of exciting action happening on the field. Minions are down, Electro Wizard is down. Not the usual units that we've been seeing lately, but here we are seeing the brand new cannon that we'll get to see very soon. It's a 5 elixir cannon that can roll down the lane, and actually it deploys as a cannon the moment it becomes, it takes damage. And here we are. Nothing crazy has happened so far. Both the towers are in fairly healthy shape. A defensive tower being thrown down. A good counter to the ram there, because the 4 skeletons that come out later actually do a fairly good hold against the ram. Now, Baby Dragon doing some damage here while taking a lot of damage on his side also. There was a good placement of the Lava Hound there to be able to distract the Baby Dragon there, but a lot of those bats are going to clear out the Lava Hound, and in turn, the Skeleton army is going to clear out the Dark Witch there. So, again, fairly back and forth, nothing out of the ordinary. Devilstwin does have a lot of flying units on his side. Now the question is, does Haseeb have enough to hold off the flying units that will be coming up towards him soon? And here we go. So that's the play here. Ram actually makes a connect, taking down the tower just below 1,000 now. Wow, it's a lot of damage being taken by the building there. That really puts Haseeb in an advantage. And I think this game is going to go into Haseeb's favor. I don't see Devilstwin being able to take down the tower, and I don't think that Balloon is going to make it to the tower to bring it down. So, clear victor coming out of game 1 between Haseeb and Devilstwin. Haseeb will take game 1. 20 seconds left on the clock. Sadly, Devilstwin has also lost the second tower. It's going to be a 3-crown victory. Wow. While here I was looking at the bottom right of the map, trying to figure out what's going to happen. Haseeb was actually just doing a lot of destruction on the other side of the map. So, anyways, they tried to make something happen. And Mike, NDA feed is actually working. I can see everything. Yeah. Alright, so whenever production is ready, we can actually go into the next match. And Haseeb is actually taking the lead here, and already has a score on board. Devilstwin, by the way, a great caster also. He's done a lot of casting at the LAN event, a lot of analysis also coming out of him, and he has a great voice, so good to see him in that picture, bringing back memories. So, sadly, I had to mute the audio there because I'm getting a feedback from my own mic, but I'm actually casting this game without audio. Dark Witch making its way across the field. A P.E.K.K.A. has come out on Devilstwin's side. As Manoj Gola was nice enough to inform us, the role of the P.E.K.K.A. here is to defend and counter push. Electro Wizard being dropped down will stun lock the P.E.K.K.A. for quite some time. This P.E.K.K.A. will be going down. But look on the right hand side, a counter attack being formed, and a simple number was enough to stop that whole push that was happening on the right hand side. And it's quite interesting, he was actually able to use a 2 elixir card to stop that ram completely with the help of the tower. I did see that he did put down the P.E.K.K.A. to defend it, but which was nice, it cleared out the barbarians. But a very good hold by the log there to be able to, push away the unit far enough that the tower actually takes down. So counter attack now coming out, and the P.E.K.K.A. is completely out of the way, but a nice log comes out and it does not connect. Very close call there for Haseeb. Very close call for Devilstwin actually. Haseeb was more of an offensive close call there. But now P.E.K.K.A. is making its way across. Now it's Haseeb's turn to make something happen. And he drops Dark Witch, and followed by Electro Wizard, who's doing a great job here at stopping this unit, but he's not hitting the P.E.K.K.A. P.E.K.K.A. actually goes down to the poison because that single hit by the P.E.K.K.A. would have completely neutralized the Electro Wizard. Well played coming out of Haseeb. Now 1 minute left on the clock. Double elixir time has been activated. And what's the plan here? Haseeb has the deck to chip away at the tower using his ram and poison combo. Let's see if he does that now. And the poison should be coming out right now, but the ram is not going to connect. The barbarians come out and they will make quick work of the skeleton, but loses life also. A very offensively put Dark Witch there, which was able to distract them, but took a lot of damage in turn also. But the bats are doing a great job helping out Haseeb there. Haseeb again able to hold this push, but where is the counter attack? Haseeb, how are you planning to take the tower down? 15 seconds left on the clock. This game is definitely going into overtime. And Devilstwin answers with his own Dark Witch there. And a big offensive push walking right through the poison field. It does not give a flying rat's ass about that poison. Poison being put down by Devilstwin, also who's pushing, using the log to keep the units into the poison as long as they can. Ram and Dark Witch combo on the Night Witch combo on the left. Another Night Witch being dropped by Devilstwin. Those, wow, is he gonna go through? He's gonna do a lot of damage to the tower. Bats actually come out doing damage to the tower also. Tower taking a lot of damage, 900 health. And well played coming out of Devilstwin there. Now, all Devilstwin needs to do is take out the tower at the bottom right, but a ram combo coming up on the top left. Is he gonna? Okay, no. I was like, is he gonna miss that? Did he miss the lightning strike there? But he did not. That was actually Haseeb's lightning strike. So again, quite a lot of this. We are already a minute into the overtime right now, guys. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, big push on the left and a big push on the right, but I think the right push might connect fairly quickly, but nice Electro Wizard being dropped down, and he could be in a lot of trouble on the left hand side because the Night Witch, 4 bats coming out, but will not be able to clear the tower on the left. On the right hand side also it's a stalemate, but that poison bringing the health down to 330. How is Devilstwin gonna stop this big push coming out? Is the ram gonna connect? No, it does not. And the barbarians also being taken care of fairly quickly. The poison doing a lot of damage. Baby Dragon will get 3 hits on the tower. This is a disaster. And Electro Wizard is in a... Oh my god. It's a disaster. Great game that we got to see. 2 minutes into overtime. Devilstwin could not hold on to that game. He did a great job doing a lot of damage on the right, but over and over again, holding that push on the left, he just succumbed to his injuries. Okay, he died to his injuries. They lost the tower on the left. Haseeb doing a great job, showing competition what's it all about. Taking down his opponent. Score now 2-0 in favor of Haseeb. And remember, guys, it's a best of 5. We have a lot more games to go, and let's see if Devilstwin can make it back. And production has been nice enough to start the next game almost immediately. And I see some changes in the decks. I see changes on both sides. Haseeb actually has an elixir collector which he puts down immediately. And guess what? Devilstwin might not have... he could put the poison down to take down the elixir collector, but that's not going to be the case here. Starts with a giant push. There you go. A nice poison coming out there. Hitting a lot of units. Doing a lot of proper damage. And a counter attack by Haseeb now. Going right in his face. It actually connects to the tower. The ram connects to the tower, brings it down to 1600 health. No, there's still units on the field. Baby Dragon and Electro Wizard going down on this. Haseeb off to a great start. Devilstwin is in a lot of trouble. Devilstwin actually is on the switch sides, guys, if you have not noticed. But Devilstwin now already in a lot of trouble. Seems like he's given up on his life. He's letting the witch come close. Yeah, he's given up on it, guys. I don't even know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he lagged out, but this was horrible. And here comes the new unit. It's quite exciting to see the new unit coming on the field. And is Haseeb gonna sacrifice his tower for this now? Is this what? Are both these guys sleeping? I don't understand. He misplaced the cannon, actually. The cannon went the other way. It was supposed to go in the right-hand side. That was a 5 elixir loss that he pretty much put down. Still did a lot of damage to the crown tower there, but I think it's fair game now. Both the guys have made quite dire mistakes. But here we are. The game is reset. Now Devilstwin technically is in a little bit of lead because of the fact that he can take down the top left tower there of Haseeb. However, let's not forget the health of Devilstwin's main tower. It's already less than half. And this could, a straight push there could spell a disaster for Devilstwin. And you can see the Giant is actually just helping the whole scenario by bunching up a lot of units together. And here comes the ram. Will it connect? Yes, it does connect. And tower health is down to 1500. Barbarians weren't able to do a lot of damage after that. However, what's the plan now? It's a good distraction. Oh wow, the cannon, sorry, the fireball completely neutralizing that push. Poison is chipping some away, and the miner also comes out. But Haseeb now in quite a lot of elixir lead here. He's going to put down his offensive cards, and they do come out. And the Dark Witch, the Night Witch was not able to do much there. And I think this is going to spell a lot of trouble here for Devilstwin. And slight lag, and I just see the units just disappeared. I don't see a lot of I'm really hoping that Devilstwin can close this game, and I'm really rooting for them because I don't want this to, be like a 3-0 victory. And he's doing a lot of damage here, but it seems that every time Haseeb actually counterattacks, he chips off a lot also. And that cannon now soaking up a lot of damage there. But here we go, it's just another overtime. It's only 1 minute into the overtime, and I'm absolutely loving that cute cannon that comes out. It's doing a lot of damage also at the same time, let's not forget. And it ignores the air units. And it has double health basically, twice the health. A nice miner coming down, and it's going to chip away at that tower fairly quickly. That tower taking a lot of damage, but the bottom, the ram actually connected. Jesus. 3-0 in favor of Haseeb. It's a best of 5 match which sadly has just ended, and it's an heartbreak. It's an heartbreak for a Clash Royale fan to see a 3-0 victory. But Haseeb showing us how it's done. Haseeb's come a long way. It's been a long journey for Haseeb. He's seen his ups and downs. If we can see, if it's possible, if we can see the standings right now. Even if they're not updated to this match, we can see how everyone stands, and we can see how this game is panning out so far, because we've already come down to the last few days of this tournament. Because today is Saturday, 29th. This tournament will come to a full end, a full cycle on the 31st. And remember, the people who are at the bottom 2 will get relegated. And I would request the production team, if they can give me the standings, if possible. I'll wait 5 seconds and all. Otherwise, we'll call it a night. It's okay. Production is not paying attention, it seems. But that's okay. This is the ESL Premiership, powered by Omen by HP, Zowie by BenQ, HyperX. It's organized by Nordin Gaming. And the production has heard my pleas, and you can clearly see what's going on in this Master Leagues. This is the current standings of the Master Leagues. These are the best players in India, by the way. And this is how things stand right now. Haseeb is clearly leading the pack. Bryn is also doing a great job. He's only lost a single match. And he's not even played a bunch of his matches. He still has a lot of matches to play through. The people who have played mostly all their matches is Haseeb, Arpan, Jimit. Great performance so far. Keeping themselves in the mid division. They don't have to worry about relegation, but the guys who actually have to worry about relegations are Acrid and Devilstwin. He's not been doing well. He's been losing a lot of these matches. And remember, guys, if you are at the 7th and the 8th position, you will have to go through relegations because you'll have to show the world that you are good enough to stay in the Masters League. Because guess what? There's a league right under called the Challenger League, which is trying to step into the Master League. The players from there are really trying hard to stay in the Master League. So it's good to have that knowledge to know that why you should not be at the 7th and 8th position. Ruben just making the cut, but he still has a lot of matches to go through. I'm just wondering, there's a hell lot of matches to go through. We don't have enough days or enough casting power to do this. So I'll call it a night for now. There's Counter-Strike, Go, and Dota 2 coming up. So stay tuned. I'm your caster, and I am signing out. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it definitely doesn't seem like it's Tahir Devilstwin Sharif's day. 3-0 the scoreline in favor of Haseeb Iqbal Nasir ensures that, okay, you know what, Haseeb, we understood the fact that the kind of slump which you were showing in summer season is something which you should not be associated with in the fall season. I see that. Well played, boys. Well played indeed. Hard luck for Tahir Devilstwin Sharif there. And for everybody just joining us just about now, I welcome you all, whether you're watching us on the Facebook page of ESL India Premiership or the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India. I welcome you all. Now, let me remind you that this fall edition of the ESL India Premiership 2017 fall season has been brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, and Zawi by BenQ, and organized by Norton Gaming. Now we have a match between SemperX and Shooting Monkeys. Yes, if you guys know which game these teams belong to, then you're absolutely in the right place, because then we are catering to the right audience there. Alright, jokes apart, we have a CSGO match lined up between SemperX and Shooting Monkeys, but first, before we head off into both the teams, let's quickly take a look at the league standings. Alright, no doubt about it. Risky Gaming up top with 15 points out of the 5 matches played, no losses there. And NET Gaming, 2 losses there out of the 7 matches played, 15 points secured. Eternal Esports has got 9 points out of the 5 matches played. They still have 2 more matches in hand, whereas out of the 5 matches, they've only managed to lose 2. Now, Scorchers there have got 9 points in the 4th position out of the 7 matches played in totality, 3 wins, 4 losses. Team Brutality has got 4 matches up its kitty, 6 points garnered from the 4 matches, 2 wins, 2 losses. Now, SemperX is the same story as Brutality in the 6th position, now the 7th and 8th position there. Dangerous spots. Shooting Monkey in the 7th position, 5 matches played, 3 points secured, 4 losses, 1 win, whereas GMD Gaming finished all the matches they could play, 3 points out of the 7 matches played, 6 losses. Now look at both the teams in question here. Let's take a look at them, SemperX and Shooting Monkeys. Now, starting with Shooting Monkeys here, they're from Mumbai, a renegade rising team. So they recently added Raju Pogarev Jittu to their roster, and his presence and experience is supposed to drastically enhance their performance. Sadly, none of that has been showcased so far, and they've already played some matches in the July session, but have managed to register only 1 victory as of now. Like I said, they got knocked out by the erstwhile D2D in the lower bracket of the CSGO tournament, which was held in Mumbai, and the summer season finale there. Now their opposition, SemperX. Now, in the recent fall season transfer window, the team bought on players Swapnil Markel and Mahajan, Sharan Buster Dave, and Akshay Kapasinkar, who hailed from Shooting Monkeys, Respect, and Eternal Esports teams, respectively. They, however, bid goodbye to Ishpreet Hunter Singh, who's now joined the ranks of NET Gaming. And the best thing is now their former players Mithil F and Krish have left to join Team Scorchers there. They've enjoyed a mixed campaign in the ongoing fall season. Of the 4 games they've played, they've registered 2 wins and an equal number of losses. So maybe this is the turning ground for SemperX, because they have 3 matches in hand still to make the tables turn for them, or will Shooting Monkeys prevail in this game? We'll find out as a caster takes us through this game.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another amazing game of Counter-Strike in the evening. With me, Fett, and today the teams are going to be shooting, facing off against each other are SemperX and Shooting Monkeys. Well, funny thing is, I feel bad, like Forsaken, it's just a conundrum. Like for Shooting Monkeys were doing so well with their whole lineup, Forsaken and Markelon, along with the other three. That is Cerebro, Revolt, Beast, and Spy. But unfortunately, teams in India are as ephemeral as they come. And, well, teams have broken apart. And now Falcon and Markelon are playing for SemperX. Markelon are not playing today. And it looks like it's going to be an A-pincer play. Okay. Kappa spots out 2-3 now. And they know exactly where they're playing from. And this play, the quick flank coming in from Palace can actually undo this whole setup that SemperX might be going for. There we go. So Shooting Monkeys might be going for, and SemperX already finding everybody. Revolt Beast left all alone in a 1v4 clutch situation. Not a kit on SemperX, but I don't think it matters right now because, well, all the kills have been mopped up. A perfect retake. The two players being having pushed up Palace, that was the key in this round. Like, they completely pincered that A bomb side, even though Shooting Monkeys had a decent plan for this pistol round, a decent strat. They didn't do the usual, rush B. They tried something different, but I think it was a very good anti-strat coming out from SemperX. Very well done indeed. Anyway, SemperX pick up the pistol round, and it is a map going to be played on Mirage, or as I now like to call it, Dust 3. Although the frequency of this map being played ever since the first season of the ESL, first phase of the summer season, has gone down drastically. And, same thing, same setup, the same two players, Buster and Impale, pushing up Palace, and they're going to be taking this position. And I like this. Shooting Monkeys, because they got the bomb plant down, they've just gone with upgraded pistols on 3 players, and little to no utility to work with. This should be a shooting gallery for Impale and the rest of the SemperX squad over towards the A-bomb set. And there we go, Impale already picking up 2 kills. Gets the bomb down though, there, Falcon. So that's extra $800. Down goes Revolt Beast. Impale does fall, but that's just a UMP, and he's already picked up 2 kills with a UMP and 1 with the pistol, so he's done his farming, no problem. Both teams getting exactly what they desired from this round. SemperX farming that SMG cash, and Shooting Monkeys getting the bomb down, getting that extra $800 in the piggy bank so that they can go up in this round with the armor, AK-47s, and all the utility under the sun. Alrighty, 2-0, and SemperX, Kappa still deciding to stay with the UMP, and the utility might be playing connector, close connector, or close B apps somewhere. The UMP not the best of weapons in the long range encounters. The rest of the team is on rifles, while Shooting Monkeys, AK-47s across the board, and the op out onto AK Cerebro. This man is a very potent opper, so it'll be interesting to see whether he can wield the big green gun to his previous proficiency and open up bomb sites like he used to in the previous seasons. In the meantime, aggression up mid for SemperX. Very heavy mid presence early round. 3 players focused towards mid, but now they're going to relinquish it, just leaving Forsaken to batten down the hatchet and hold the fort all by his lonesome. A very distributed and dispersed T-side default coming in from Shooting Monkeys right now. There's little to no trade potential coming in across the board, and this needs to be careful. They need to be careful because Buster is pushing up B apps, getting a bit of information, but it looks like it is going to be an A hit. The A pincer bomb is slowly, gradually inching its way towards the A bomb site. And we see, the entire Shooting Monkey squad is converging towards this A bomb site. It is going to be a pincer play. Spy having already made his way up connector. Impale needs to be careful and does get the drop onto Spy. A nice headshot to start things off for the round. That means now Shooting Monkey's hand will be pushed and they will have to make the play. I think Falcon's head just got spotted out there, and Forsaken taking a few pot shots but not really landing anything. Doing a ton of damage there onto Anakill, the new addition. Oh, but the bomb doesn't get put down, and it's now down to a 2v2. Anakill so very low. Oh, and disaster. The bomb has gone down in no man's land. It's down to a 1v1 between Anakill and Buster, but Anakill is so very low. A general brisk breeze in his direction, and he's going to be folding like a house of cards. And there we go. No time left on the clock. Anakill, because and dying after the timer runs out. Buster there, busting out those sweet moves, that game sense, and he's going to deny Anakill any economy whatsoever, and that is going to spell doom and gloom for the Shooting Monkeys economy, because now Anakill, try as he may, will not have enough money to go for the buy in the next round with the rest of his team. Most likely we'll see Anakill on an Armor Tech 9, while the rest of his team go for that Armor AK-47, the full buy essentially. They're going to get around $2,900, the 4th round loss bonus. It's no problem, they have enough money in the bank. And it looks like it's going to be a straight up B hit. There we go, the utility being put out right now. That's going to slow them down. Still pretty undecided. Yeah, Anakill just testing the waters over towards underpass. Gonna make sure all is clear and they're not getting flanked early. It's always good to have someone watching the flank, because such kind of default setups are very prone to getting chopped down from the rear. Anyway, Buster is going to see some action very, very soon. He's playing very aggressive up with the M4 and just gets 1 kill. That is not what the doctor ordered. Anyway, there is Forsaken with the M4 getting dinked down instantly. And Kappa with the support. Nope is the answer. Falcon just shooting him in the face with the P250 and putting him down. But, oh my god, Falcon doing some real damage right now. And he's not sleeps. Both the players are so very low. Falcon, it is doable for him. Gets one. Can he get the other? He's already on a 3K, a 4K for the clutch. And Forsaken with the save there. But Falcon making that round extremely expensive for SemperX there. Keeping their economy honest, keeping it in check. Look at that. Like, even though they've won 4 rounds in a row, SemperX, because they've lost so many players, they've lost 4 players in the previous 2 rounds. So the money is in the tatters. And there we go, like I said. Okay, Anakill picking up the UMP, not the Armor Tech 9. Giving up a little bit on the utility front just to get that upgraded weapon, the SMG. And, well. Shooting Monkeys really need to pull something out of the bag. Mirage being one of SemperX's very strong maps. Shooting Monkeys faring pretty well on it as well, but both these teams, I've watched them play, was with the previous lineup, so not really sure what these new lineups are capable of on this map. Shooting Monkeys did manage to take 9 rounds off of Risky Gaming on land, that too on Mirage. So yeah, they are a pretty capable Mirage team, but that was with Forsaken and Markalon. Right now, though, like I said, not really sure what this new lineup is capable of for either team, because I haven't, I've been on vacation for quite a few days now. Haven't really been watching these teams. And there we go. The A hit coming in. The smokes do come raining down. And Impale just looking at the nade sail by him harmlessly and takes a peek. Gets one. Almost lands the second kill. But there we go. The A defense crumbling like a block of ice cream on a warm summer day in Delhi. Anyway, 4 versus 3, the retake is on. Make that, whoa, well, Forsaken gets 2 kills. Make that a 2v2. Forsaken does take a ton of damage. Bomb yet to go down. Spy will get the bomb down somehow. Both the players from SemperX have converged towards CT spawn. While the, Anakill getting spotted out. Spy also very low on 2 points of health. Should not be facing. And Kappa needed to go huge there. Unfortunately, giving up his life a bit too early. And Forsaken, though, so much damage done. And Shooting Monkeys winning that round by the skin of their teeth. Anakill on 1 HP and Spy with 2 points of health remaining. Holy shit, that is as close as they come. Alrighty, SemperX's economy broken. They're on a force buy, buying down to the last vestiges of their money. They literally are scraping the bottom of the barrel right now, and Buster is gonna go YOLO, pushing up T-spawn, getting a lot of information, but I think Spy should hear them. Gets one, oh, not able to line up any more kills. Forsaken getting that kill, rescuing the gun and falling back, and because of that T-Ram push, the entire T-squad is gonna come pushing out of connector. Forsaken who's going to be facing a lot of angry T's very, very soon. His old teammates, and oh my god, Forsaken, the timing on this guy is absolutely legendary. The peak comes out and there he goes, down he goes. AK Cerebro, his former teammate, putting him down. But Forsaken, 2 kills with a UMP, that's $1,200 in the bank, but the rest of his teammates, well, there's a FAMAS and an AK-47 with armor in play, so this is very doable. And look at this, the bomb is on the rotate, on its way back to the B bomb site. Needs to be careful here. AK Cerebro with the bomb, doesn't want to get caught out in no man's land. And that's exactly what's going to happen. And Impale needs to be careful. The other player is going to come in pre-firing around the corner and gets the shot nonetheless. Now it's all down to Foxy in a 1v2. Knows that the bomb is heading towards the B bomb site. And now he knows that it's been planted. Does have a kit, so there is a chance. And oh, Cerebro, what are you doing, son? Instant peek, instant headshot. AK Cerebro, game sense god right there. Wow. What is even happening right now? Well, SemperX do a ton of damage, 3 kills, but Shooting Monkeys still see off the round, and now SemperX will be on a full eco, just upgraded pistols on 2 players. Very difficult round for, well, SemperX to get anything out of. At the most, they can try to get a couple of kills and keep the Shooting Monkeys economy in check. But that would be hoping against hope. And there we go, the smoke for connector coming in. It looks like it's going to be a play towards the B bomb side of Pincer from apartments and B short. But for now, I think Shooting Monkeys just more than happy to lay out the utility, flush out the players, holding tight corners because they know they might be facing off against a few upgraded pistols. No need to risk going down, and there goes down goes Kappa. And that's... well, Foxy left all alone in the bomb site. Falcon not checking his corners and paying for it with his life. But down goes Foxy, down goes the entire SemperX squad, and that's 3 on the board for Shooting Monkeys. So far, so good. Shooting Monkeys showing us that they do have a couple of tricks in the bag for a team like SemperX, a much more experienced team. And oh, Forsaken going all alone. Needs to be flashed in by his teammate if he wants to go peek mid, but well, there is Revolt Beast, or now as he calls himself, Revolt Berg. And Impale and Forsaken need to be careful. Pretty delayed. There we go, the elbow being shown by Impale. Oh, Revolt missing his pre-fires and Impale landing a couple of shots onto him through the wooden plank there, tagging him down to 78 points of health. Over towards the A bomb site though, there is one player from the T side, that is Anakil, making a lot of noise in Palace, and Falcon just watching for that push from ARAM. Gonna fail that flash though, completely fail that flash. And a pretty slow and measured approach up till now for Shooting Monkeys. Haven't really used much of their utility, and because of that, even SemperX have held on to a fair amount of utility on their part. They have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flashbangs still remaining and a Molotov, and that is with Kappa. Although Kappa is in no man's land. Buster again being boosted up onto the ninja spot. Needs to be careful. They've been doing this quite often now. And there we go. Kappa will relinquish, unleash the Molotov. Not yet though. And look at that, Buster again being completely unchecked. And now Revolt Beast all of a sudden finds himself in a 1v4 situation. Although Kappa is very, very low. But Impale is going to come popping out of the window. And, well, impales Revolt Beast to the bench area. Down he goes. 5 rounds on the board. And Shooting Monkeys economy is in a pretty interesting juncture. 3 players can fully buy up, while the remaining 2 will have to, forego utility and go for either armor Tech 9s or an armor Galil, as we see on Falcon right now. All in all, still a decent buy. They do have 4 smokes to work with. Although I have to say this, a vanilla execute onto any bomb site against a team of SemperX's caliber will really not be very helpful. Shooting Monkeys were like falling prey to this even in the previous phase of the Masters Division when they faced off teams like Brutality, faced off teams like Entity. They kept trying to do vanilla executes onto bomb sites, and these better teams will always read you like an open book and just shut you down round after round. But I'm liking this read coming in from Shooting Monkeys. They know that SemperX are playing very heavy towards mid-early rounds, so they're going to go try for an early A execute with Foxy, the only defender, and he's playing under ramparts, and this is one of the most commonly Molotov areas. Okay, finally, backup arriving in the form of Impale and Kappa towards the A bomb site, and Spy, just that Molotov ready for Foxy. Foxy's gonna it's getting hot in here, as they say, and he's gonna have to back away. And there we go, down he goes. Impale takes him down, but Kappa completely smoked off. It's gonna come down to Impale. There is a gap in the smoke though, so he can exploit it unless someone just climbs on top of him. He spots out Falcon. Down he goes. Impale going huge. It's again down to a 3v3, but the Molotovs are going to come raining in and should allow the bomb plant. But Buster gets the kill onto Anakill, and well, Cerebro finally getting the kill onto Impale, but Cerebro left all alone in a 1v2 situation and not in the pink of health either. He's down to 19 points of health. Bomb has gone down though, so he can play the bomb. It's not planted for him, unfortunately. And Forsaken comes whipping around the corner, knows exactly where his former teammate and compatriot likes to play from in this post-plant situation. Comes free firing and gets the kill and gets the round for his team, SemperX. Scores are 6-9, and we're going to go into the 10th round. And well, Mirage has always been a very CT-sided map. So if the teams that is Shooting Monkeys can come away with at least 6 rounds, that is fairly doable. Anyway, Kappa wielding the big green gun. Forsaken's op Manowar, as the game tells me. Decent skin, decent skin. Should give +10 stability and +10 headshot potential. For those of you who are new to the game, skins equals wins. Ladies and gentlemen, skins equals wins. Anyway, again, Shooting Monkeys really favoring this A bomb site. Round after round, they're consistently going for the A hit, but it's like every time they go get the bomb down, but they're just hitting a brick wall, not able to do anything post-plant. And oh, Foxy in a very good position against completely eco players, and Foxy and Impale are just going to mop up this A hit while the rest of the team is languishing over towards B short. Bomb control not in their favor, and Buster and Forsaken clean up the rest of the round. Well. Pretty standard affair against a completely eco team, and AK Cerebro finally with the op again. After the 3rd round, he's managing to get his hands on the big green gun, his favored weapon of choice, but that just goes to show how poor the economy management on Shooting Monkeys has been thus far. Like getting your primary opper and op after 11 rounds, on the 11th round, just goes to show that the money management has been left very wanting. And this time, SemperX changing up their setup, completely relinquishing mid, rather choosing to play passive from Connector. And Shooting Monkeys somehow get that read and go for a very heavy mid play. Oh, Impale, just prey battle there and completely missing it. Spy gonna come forcing the issue, pushing Connector, gets 2 kills on the entry. That's gonna go huge, and I think Shooting Monkeys, they should have no problem putting the 4th round on the board. It's a 5v3 situation. They should... Oh, what a shot from Spy, just as I say. Okay, Forsaken, what can you do, son? Absolutely nothing. Spy is on a rampage. He's on 4 kills. Can he get the ace is the question. Let me just take a look at the SemperX economy. Okay, it is pretty decent. They should be able to eke out a buy in the next rounds, but still... Buster more than content to just save towards benches. There we go, Buster getting the kill. Spy though now knows where he is and is hungry for that ace. You can see him try and go for the hunt. Although I wouldn't advise it on the state of their current economy. It would be extremely ill-advised if they go up and give up more weapons to Buster, who we all know is a very good shot. And Buster will survive with the M4. That means that the rest of the team will have a very comfortable buy going into this round, especially considering the fact that both Impale and Buster are sitting on $6,800 and $7,400 respectively, and Buster can drop that gun over to Forsaken so that he can buy up the utility. Good round coming in from Shooting Monkeys. They got the read very early on that there was no presence in mid. Focused a heavy mid presence and just Spy just going absolute beast mode, obviously helping the issue. And this time we're going to see Buster pushing up underpass, not having done so previously. Oh, but Spy again, he's feeling it. Will he get the shot? He's seen Buster, rattles off a few shots. It's a lick of damage, but Buster taking a ton of damage and now falls back to safety. Spy just continuing his rampage from the previous round, doing a ton of damage onto Buster. In the meantime, Cerebro making a lot of noise towards B-Apps, expending a lot of utility. And for all intents and purposes, it looks like it's going to be a B hit again with this vanilla executes. Look at that. They're going to go into a bomb site where there's already 3 players waiting. So unless Shooting Monkeys can hit the nuttiest of shots on entry, it's going to be a very tough sell to get the bomb down. I would prefer they rather just rotate through underpass and get the bomb down, but Buster already being solo. Oh, look at the wall of smokes coming down. Everybody's smoked out, not a single pixel visible, but look at that. Kappa going absolutely ham and Buster burning Revolt Beast alive. Kappa just peering above the smoke. AK Cerebro does get the drop on him. It's down to a 2v2 somehow. Spy and Cerebro just going absolutely ham, and now it's all down to Forsaken, the old teammate against his former compatriots, AK Cerebro and Spy. What can Forsaken do? He's very familiar with their play patterns and their tendencies. Will Forsaken go for it, or will he save? That is the question. Cerebro just marking market entrance. Knows he's covered from B short, so doesn't need to force the issue. And Forsaken is going to come walking out into AK Cerebro's crosshairs, and that's more likely going to be RIP. Forsaken, thou hath been forsaken by your teammates. Anywho, that's 5 rounds on the board for Shooting Monkeys. Just one more round, and they are in the good. They're in the clear. 6 rounds on the T side on Mirage is a very good showing. So what can they do? Can they get that one round? For all intents and purposes, it should be quite easy because they're going to go up against a more or less eco team. Just armor pistols on 3 players and 2 players on naked USPs and a naked P250. And look at that. The A hit, quick play onto the A bomb site. Still a bit hesitant as to why the players are so against using utility. There we go, Revolt just killing himself, killing everybody. He's just on a tear, but all of a sudden AK Cerebro finds himself all alone, even though Revolt landing 2 kills. It's just Forsaken again going ham. Alright, chat wants to see Foxy. They shall see Foxy. Okay, Foxy spots out Cerebro. Cerebro thinks he was shot at from B shot. That is curious. They know exactly where AK Cerebro is, and his position is being triangulated. There we go. Kappa lays down the smoke. And Cerebro has to be very, very methodical. He has to clear out each angle one at a time. Goes Cavalier, YOLO out towards the bomb. And Foxy, Mr. Foxy, gets the kill with the USP. There we go. 8 rounds on the board, and Shooting Monkeys losing a round that should never have been lost, to be very honest. Like, armor pistols on 3 players and just upgraded pistols. What the hell was Shooting Monkeys thinking? They just walked out dry onto a stacked bomb site. I mean, here's the thing though. When you have a good read on your opponent's economy, you should know when the opponent might be stacking a bomb site. And, well, to be very honest, I think Shooting Monkeys' read on the economy for SemperX was absolutely shambolic. They walked into a bomb site that was completely stacked and died to pistols. To effing pistols. That should never happen. And now they're going to walk out again towards the A hit. It's going to be a fountain play from Palace and 2 players pushing ramp from what is clearly visible. The Molotov is going to hold them off. The flashbangs do come in. The players come streaming out, and Foxy needs to be careful. He's going to get bum rushed by pistols. There we go. He gets 2 kills, but not before, and does finally get taken down by Revolt. In the meantime, Impale is doing his best. Get tried impression, trying to push smoke. The bomb does get put down though, and Anakill will get the kill. And it's a 2v2. SemperX Forsaken on the flank, gets the kill onto Anakill. And it's all down to Revolt once again with the AWP. Not the most well-known player at wielding the big green gun. Is going to get naded down though. Knows where the bomb is planted, is going to rattle off a few shots through smoke. Dinks down. Kappa gets Kappa, but the bomb does get defused, and Revolt needs to be careful. He's gonna... Okay then. Comedy of errors. Comedy of errors. Last round of the half, Shooting Monkeys do manage to muster up a bye. But yeah, it looks like we might have run into some technical issues. And we do have a timeout being called from SemperX. Alrighty, so far, tactically, I have found Shooting Monkeys to be very, very wanting. They haven't really shown much in terms of strategic depth, is the most nice way to put it. The rounds that they have gotten decent reads and have actually communicated are the only rounds that they have won. But losing round after round to inferior buys, especially that one buy to complete pistols, is just inexcusable at this point of the game. And at this stage and at this level, you cannot justify losing to a force buy or a semi buy in that case. And well, if you're going to compete at the highest level and contend for the title, you're going to have to face off against Risky Gaming on LAN. And if this is the level of tactical acumen and strategy that you bring to the table, Risky don't even need to pull out their playbook. They're going to just beat you on aim. They're going to go deathmatch mode and just hit the craziest of shots, and they're just going to put you to bed and put you in your place. And that is never a good experience. So those in chat wondering when Brutality's game is, I really don't know. But a decent part of the ESL Masters League is being televised on D Sports, which is a television channel run by the Discovery Network. Counter-Strike is being broadcast on live Indian television now, so I do urge the viewers to go subscribe to D Sports on their respective television carriers, their DTH carriers, Tata Sky. I don't know what's the channel on Airtel, but there is Hathway, Dish TV, whatever, all these things. I don't watch TV, so I don't know. But you can catch Brutality play there on television. Today's game was, I think, Brutality versus Entity. And Brutality, unfortunately, did just lose out to Entity. I think they clutched overpass. It was 16-12 or 13, if I'm not mistaken. And Brutality's, as Adi in chat kindly has pointed out, Brutality's game versus Risky is tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. on television. D Sports. Anyway, we're going to go live with the final round of the half between SemperX and Shooting Monkeys. And, well, SemperX look the better squad, the better drilled squad, the better trained squad, and definitely the squad who are hitting their shots. Going for the same setup, giving up mid. Oh, Forsaken spots out that aggression, and Revolt needs to be careful, and Forsaken will dispatch off with his old teammate with the most ridiculous of ease, and Impale finding a kill for himself as well. Buster, in the meantime, needs to be careful, taking a ton of nade damage, down to 74 points of health. And Forsaken is going to pop in that assist flash, and for Buster, double peaked to oblivion. It is down to a 3v4, and Forsaken is imitating the best black impression that he can, completely blinded. And, well, it's more or less a stacked B bomb site that Shooting Monkeys will have to try and break open. It's going to come down to Falcon. He is playing it perfectly. Oh, spots out Forsaken. Good trigger discipline, but there's Kappa. Now Forsaken knows that there's someone on the flank, but first Falcon has just gone beast mode. Like I said, it's going to take some insane aim and very smart plays to break open that B defense, and that's exactly what Falcon does. Foxy missing a simple shot that should never be missed. And there's AK Cerebro. He ain't gonna miss those. If you're gonna come waltzing into his crosshairs, you're gonna get put down. And that's 9-6 half for Shooting Monkeys. Not a bad T half. I said that Shooting Monkeys, if they do manage to land 6 rounds on the T side, they should be in the clear. And, well, they do that. But SemperX are known for their explosive plays, and they have Forsaken to help them through. He's a nutty aimer. He can, all by his lonesome, open up bomb sites. So, yeah. SemperX again going for a timeout. I think these timeouts just before the pistol rounds are becoming more and more commonplace in the top tier Indian teams. Started off with the thing that Hellranger did on D2D. It's a very good way to mind game your opponent as well as come up with a good pistol strat. Now, the thing I've seen, D2D, Eternal Esports, my bad. I've been on a vacation for the past month. I've not really kept up with all the name changing and the team changing. Kind of a bit of a shock. And yeah, those of you in chat who are wondering why Brutality is such a well-drilled and well-coordinated team, because they play it right. They are the only ones who address flaws in their current lineup, and instead of shifting around players, they shift around their attitude. They shift around the way they play, adjust positions, adjust, what weapons, what players will hold. And they're basically working on the team rather than, keep switching around teammates. And that does pay off in the long run. So, yeah. That's why you see Brutality, in terms of team play, coming up just that cut above the rest of the Indian scene. I think the only team that competes on against Brutality on the team play front is Entity, and they have been drilling for a very long time on just that one aspect. Anyway, like I was saying, Eternal Esports used to do this a lot, and I think both Entity and SemperX have taken a leaf from their book. And with this pause right before the pistol round. So let's see if we see some extravagant pistol strat coming out from SemperX, or do we see the tried and tested Suka Bliat Rash be my friend? Well, depends on what happens. We will see that in just about 20 seconds now. Anyway, before the start of the next pistol round in the next half, I will go grab myself a quick drink of water. There we go. Alrighty. Very heavy A presence, and it's a 3-man stack towards the A bomb site. Looks like someone's been doing their homework against SemperX. Falcon gonna rattle off a few shots. Revolt, though, is the one that gets the kill onto Impale. Forsaken opening things up already. Foxy gets put in his place by Revolt, and Forsaken gets Spy, but Spy gets Kappa. Forsaken again on a double kill. Down to a 3v2. Forsaken needs to go ham. Bomb dropped in the most unfortunate position, and there we go. Forsaken, like I said, this man alone can open up bomb sites, and that's what you need in a map like Mirage, but they're gonna get flanked from both points. Falcon going huge, and Buster left all alone, and Buster gets the final 2 kills. Okay then, Forsaken and Buster, the full house of frags between them. Forsaken with the 3k and Buster with a sweet brace to end that round and put it squarely in SemperX's court. Now, the ball is in their court. They have won the pistol round. Shooting Monkeys really needed this if they wanted to mount a comeback. But now SemperX firmly in the driving seat. Force buy coming out from Shooting Monkeys. CT side force buy. Interesting choice. Not a very vocal advocate of this. I'm not really, to be very honest. I think it puts undue strain on the CT economy, but not if you open up kills like that. Oh, Falcon just going beast mode. Yet again, a double kill for him. And it's all coming apart for, well, Shooting Monkeys all alone. Kappa against 4 very armed and very dangerous CTs, and he's already taken a ton of damage. And there we go, Spy closing things out. Just as I was saying, this force buy should not be happening. They go and prove me wrong and win the round. Left, right, and center. Okay, so SemperX gonna go in with a force buy of their own. I mean, why not? But I mean, Shooting Monkeys have bought just to counter it. Again, this semi-stack towards the A-bomb side. 3 players playing the A-bomb side. Cerebro with the scout did a ton of damage in the previous round, and there we go, opening things up with the kill onto Impale. Instant beheading there for Impale. Finds his head completely splattered against the wall in Palace. That wall has more brain fragments than Kurt Cobain's garage roof. What, too soon? It's okay. Anyway, wall of smokes coming in and Whoa, okay. AK Cerebro pushing the smoke, getting put down, but Falcon, again, hero plays for him. Won the previous round almost single-handedly, but Revolvi spraying away and not landing a single shot. Falcon, though, holding strong. This man is just going absolutely ham and does get the 4K to see out the round. Falcon, beast plays for him. The previous 2 rounds have just come down to Falcon going absolutely ham. There we go. As for those in chat wondering why Sai is not on the entity roster anymore, it's because he's being diagnosed with early carpal tunnel syndrome and he is seeking treatment for it. It is in the early stages, so he will make a full recovery, but he does need to follow a very strict regimen for recovery, and we should see him back in a couple of months in full fitness. In the meantime, Anakil is gonna find himself shooting fish in a barrel, and yet again a double kill for Cerebro and a triple for Anakil, and Shooting Monkeys closing the gap to just a single round. Well, Shooting Monkeys showing that they are a very capable CT side. Having closed down the gap to just 1 round, SemperX need to try and switch things up. Can't really just rely on pure aim at this point. They need to do something with that utility that they consistently buy up and for some reason don't really use. Meantime, Anakil holding mid. Okay, no gap for him to exploit in that smoke. Perfect sniper nest smoke. Looks like it might be an A hit. Lot of mid presence. Mid control at least been firmly established, but the bomb is still all the way back in towards high mid. Buster though opening up the kill with the kill onto Anakil, and he's gonna go bombarding into the A bomb side towards the sniper nest area in the jungle area. And there's still 2 players left on the A-bomb side. Okay, Buster picking up the kill onto AK Cerebro. That's now a 3v5 that the CTs find themselves in. And they're completely surrounded. Although, there we go, down. And Buster with the 3rd kill for the round as well. Forsaken, ever so vigilant, keeping an eye out for the lurk. Gets the kill onto Spy. And 9-11 is the score. If this were Twitch chat, it would be going crazy right now because that is a mean scoreline. 7-1s and 9-11s. Alrighty, Shooting Monkeys, because they've been so dominant in the previous 3 rounds and have kept more or less 4 to 5 players alive, they can go in with a comfortable bye, but this will be their last bye. Yeah, so they need to win this round and keep at least 3 players alive. Spy spotting out a couple of players over towards B apps and is going to fall back and, you know, smoke it off. Go rechecking. Oh, not very, very ballsy there from Spy, and he pays the price for his greediness. Down he goes, Impale with a nice headshot onto Spy, splattering his brains all over the van. And again, Shooting Monkeys find themselves in a 4v5, and Falcon, well, he is hemorrhaging internally, 10 points of health, fart in his face, and he will die. That is how shaky his HP situation is right now. But anything's possible. Well, not when Kappa finally puts Falcon out of his misery, and Kappa just continues his reign of terror, continuing to get the kills left, right, and center. Anakill, in the meantime, does find 1 kill, and Cerebro, the other Anakill, continuing his rampage, and that nade's gonna go sailing in and do absolutely bugger all damage, and down goes Anakill as well. Oh, Cerebro with them. Crisp, clean lock, boys. Crisp, clean lock, but 1v1. Op versus the AK-47, 100 HP versus 42. Can Buster clutch this out is the question, Cerebro. Not the best weapon to retake with in a 1v1, but it's also based on perspective, or where you see it from what perspective. Anyway, 10 rounds on the board, and scores are 10-11. Again, the difference being closed down to just 1 round, and the money on SemperX. Well, they can buy. Buster might just want to go with the UMP, and Impale also with the Galil buy up maybe. They can buy up. Okay, Impale has gone with the 0 utility purchase, but Buster should get the Galil and the smoke. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. Okay then, SemperX again, even though they get onto the bomb side, they're left kind of at 6s and 7s and lose the plot after they have gotten control of the bomb side. Their post plans have been looking rather shaky ever since they've moved to the T half. Not really very decisive, and I think a lack of communication coming in from SemperX. I don't think their comms are yet established enough for them to be functioning as a very well-oiled unit. In the meantime, again, the A hit being favored. Buster out in the open in no man's land, just hoping and praying that smoke covers him. In the meantime, AK Cerebro again doing a ton of damage, but there's Foxy finally getting the kill, but Falcon is also there for the assist, gets the kill. Down to 2v3 yet again, and down goes Impale. Now it's all down to Buster yet again with the Galil, and this time he will be found wanting, and Shooting Monkeys will equalize the scores 11-11 after 22 rounds of Counter-Strike. Well, Shooting Monkeys, like I said, they do have a much better CT half than their T half, and 6 rounds on the T half, pretty good. And you can already see that they've equalized the score, even though they lost the pistol round on the CT side. Shooting Monkeys showing us that they do have some depth and some grit about them. Nothing much to speak of from the buy coming in from SemperX. They really don't have the money to buy into this round. They will get $2,400 for the next. So everyone but Kappa will be able to buy up at least armor AK-47s and a couple of smokes and a flashbang. Sorry, a couple of flashbangs and a smoke here and there. But otherwise, this round should be a pretty straightforward affair for Shooting Monkeys, and they should be going in the lead. And there we go, Revolt opening things up with the first kill onto Impale. Cerebro rotating in, but and a kill. Can he do some damage? Yes, he does. Gets the kill onto Buster, and now it's a 3v5 all of a sudden. Before you know it, and no more fake potential for SemperX. Forsaken does have a smoke, so does Kappa, along with the armor, so they can try and make something happen, but not like that, Forsaken. You can't just casually waltz out into the open against a player that is feeling his shots right now. And Revolt is feeling it. And yes, Mirage is a CT-sided map, but that doesn't mean that you fluff this hard. And Spy, I don't know why, he's like, I spy with my little eye 2 players who are trying to be cheeky. And Anakill is like, roger that. Double kill coming right up. 3K to see off the round. And Shooting Monkeys in the lead. Okay then, and again back to basics for SemperX. Going for the default A execute. Revolt playing an off angle. Okay, now he's gone to the more tried and tested firebox. Needs to be careful though. This is more or less a one and done spot if you ask me. And SemperX just foregoing all map control to go for this A execute. But this is what they're going to walk out into a more or less stacked bomb site, and Revolt is going to be the first line of contact. That nade's going to go sailing in and do a ton of damage, but that really telegraphs his position. Revolt gets one, but that's all she wrote for him. Forsaken going absolutely ham, and that's the A defense completely crumbling under the sheer force of will of Forsaken. And Falcon just hoping and praying for a flank that will never come, and all of a sudden he's all alone in a 1v4, although Forsaken and Foxy so very low. Falcon crisp shot on the Kappa to behead him almost instantly, and Foxy and Forsaken need to be very, very careful. They're on their last breath almost. But there we go, flank coming in, and Forsaken going huge again with the... I haven't done this in a while, so bear with me. I'm sorry if some of you recoiled and cringed at that. I am a huge fan of Hungungang Ye, and he kind of does that all the time, and I like to do it as well. Just justifying my cringe, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing more, nothing less. Anyway, SemperX, again, tying up the scores. Adi, I'll tell you what Ace Lele is when we next meet at LAN. For sure. Duly noted, my good friend. Anywho, SemperX Shooting Monkeys 12-12. We're going into the 25th round of Counter-Strike, and so far SemperX again relying purely on aim, and Forsaken just going absolutely nuts. Revolt playing a different angle this time. There we go, Revolt again being caught off guard. At least in the previous round he did manage to get one kill. Anakil needs to be careful. His head might just be visible. Buster just rattling off a few shots, knows exactly where Anakil is, relays that information over to his teammates, and Impale takes him down. And the remaining two players, Cerebro already too far committed, should be calling the save. And where the hell is the bomb going? Falcon getting one kill, but he's going to get put down, and the bomb is going to the B bomb site. Spy finally on the rotate, but knows something's up because bomb hasn't been spotted out, and he's going to stay on the B bomb site. He can go absolutely huge if he can just get the bomb down. Oh, but Forsaken too quick for Spy, and although that was a rather ill-advised fake, but Forsaken's aim just rings true and loud and just finishes off Spy. I feel bad for Spy. He's like, "Et tu brute." It's his old teammate just going ham against them. Alrighty, full eco. And Falcon pushing all by his lonesome. YOLO up mid. He's gonna meet SemperX. He's gonna meet Foxy, and he's gonna get burnt on his way back, but not before doing a ton of damage. In the meantime, Impale and Forsaken have done a lot of damage, but look at that. Revolt pushing up Palace and getting put down, and yet again Falcon finds himself all alone against 5 heavily armored and heavily armed and completely stacked to the brim with utility terrorists. So far, SemperX just, turning the screws, shifting it into 5th gear, and Shooting Monkeys still to catch up with the change in intensity that SemperX are bringing to the table right now. And Falcon just posting up for some exits. I mean, what can he do? He just has a USP. Really no real chance of going for the retake with 46 points of health and a USP. So he's just going to sit back and deny SemperX that $300 extra economy. Not that it matters at this point, but, every dollar denied is every dollar saved, as they say. So why not just as well just not give up your life for no rhyme or reason. Well, Forsaken is, as expected, leading the server with 28 frags and 15 deaths. Followed, well, not so closely, but Buster has some very key frags to his name. So can't really discount his contribution to this SemperX showing as of now. And we're going to see Falcon go aggro up T-Ram. He needs to be careful. There's one player just waiting for this push. They know these teams play against each other so very often. They know the tendencies and the timing on Buster just not favoring him. Oh, spots out one and perfect bait, but there we go. Buster does get the kill. Falcon telling his teammate that he's very low, go for the trade, but Revolt is like, I ain't going there. I'm falling back. In the meantime, over towards mid, Impale is just making his way out of underpass, and he's going to do the Freiburg EU smoke to block off jungle. But I don't think that fake is going to sell anyone. Players should know exactly where that smoke comes in from. But on the flip side, it's a much better smoke from the one that most players try from T-spawn, because it blocks off visibility completely. So there's no one-side, one-way smoke, no gap left for the CTs to exploit. But AK can go huge here, gets one. Can he get the second one? The smoke has faded, and AK Cerebro has gone huge. A brace for him, bringing it down to a 3v3. But the bomb has made its way to the bomb side. That fake works perfectly. And the CTs now have to mount this retake, or has the save call gone out already? Anakil trying to see, they might go for the retake if Anakil can find the kill. But so far, it is being denied, and Forsaken is playing perfect bait for his teammate Foxy, who is playing the close left corner. And Foxy being a bit too premature with his peek, but does get the kill regardless. And Forsaken and Impale each chime in with a kill of their own to see off the round and put SemperX on match and map point. So far, SemperX just turning the screws, changing the gears, and shooting monkeys are left in SemperX's dust. And now they have a paltry buy for the final round. Nothing left in the piggy bank. They have scrubbed it clean dry. And, well. SemperX should have a clear path to victory from this point forward, although they have lost to much shabbier buys. But Buster this time ready for this push from Spy, and that's the only player with the rifle. Oh no, this other player with the rifle getting put down. But that puts a lot of pressure on Cerebro and Anakil, who are the remaining two defenders over by the B bomb site. And Foxy finding Falcon will not do them any favors either, and Revolt is now left all alone. Towards the A-bomb side, this CT defense is spread so thin that, the T's can actually decide to group up, bunch up, and go anywhere. But Revolt is hearing all of this, all the noise in Palace, should be relaying the information over towards his teammates, and that's exactly what we see. So it's going to be an unstoppable force meeting up against an immovable object. Although shooting monkeys have looked pretty shaky, Revolt, it all comes down to him. That flashbang perfectly timed and completely Helen Kellered there. But AK with the FAMAS, what can he do? Absolutely bugger all, and Anakil in a 1v4 with a UMP. And a dream. And that dream is shattered by Foxy, who cleans this game up with a 3K. Very good showing from SemperX, and I hope you guys had fun in this game. I surely did casting it. And for those of you watching, please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for ESL India, who are doing a fantastic job of promoting esports and Counter-Strike in this country. So do hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. This is Fett signing off for the evening. See you guys tomorrow. Bye, folks.
Well, definitely a SemperX day here. 16-12 in favor of SemperX against Shooting Monkeys, who did put up a valiant fight there, but sadly could not prevail. Well done, both the teams there. Now, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to once again, thank you all for joining us for the Day 12 live stream of the ESL India Premiership 2017 fall season, brought to you by Omen, by HP, HyperX and Zavi by BenQ, and organized by Nordwind Gaming. Now we have one more game remaining. We have the 5v5 MOBA Dota 2 remaining here between two very interesting teams. We have Aggressive 5 and Go Figure Red trying to have a showdown. So let's quickly, before we head off into both the teams, let's take a look at the league standings. Alright, talking about the league standings, Aggressive 5 did beat Entity Gaming earlier on in the fall season. They are the only team who are currently having an unbeaten record, 5-0 in terms of victories, wins and losses there. 15 points secured out of the 5 matches played, whereas Team Go Figure Red already 6 matches down. 12 points out of the 6 matches, 2 losses, 4 wins. Team IQ, on the other hand, has got 9 points out of the 4 matches played, 1 loss, 3 wins. Whereas Team XRG has got 6 points out of the 3 matches played, 2 wins, 1 loss. Yeah, I would like everybody to pay attention to that they have 6 points out of the 4 matches played, 2 wins, 2 losses. And Team Akatsuki there has got 6 points out of the 6 matches played, 2 wins, 4 losses. Now JMD Gaming and White Unicorn grades 7th and 8th position respectively, with 3 points for JMD Gaming out of the 4 matches, 3 losses out of those 4, and White Unicorn, all of them losses, 0 points out of the 6 matches played. Now a little bit about both the teams here. Now, Aggressive 5, led by Omkar Pasolu is a Mumbai-based team, and they consistently finished second in the online session of the summer season. However, at the summer season finale, they failed to convert their online presence. Now they opted for a roster change. Prasad Bhattusai and Alavde has left the team, whereas they have got on board Darshan 835 Bata. Now the team is on a high after they have registered wins in all 5 matches they have played until now, and they sit at the top of the fall season July session. Now they have beaten stronger teams such as Entity and IQ both, and their opposition is based out of Bangalore. Go Figure Red. Now they're one of the top teams in the country. They have many talented players on their roster, including their star player Harsh Archmeet Shah. Now, the team finished third in the summer season finale of ESL India Premiership 2017 for the fall season. The team will be missing the services of Saurabh Milk Saha, and the player has taken a sabbatical in order to focus on his examinations. He's been replaced by Amit Amey. And in the fall season, the team has been experiencing a mixed run there. So, will Go Figure Red prevail, or will, at the end of the day, Team Aggressive 5 showcase to everybody that they are here for the win in this session? We'll get to know that once when this game starts. So let's head over to Dota 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Apologies for that little startle there. We've actually got a change up on the drafting scene here, but Valve has clearly picked up their socks here as we approach TI7. For those of you just tuning in, you're watching the ESL India Premiership 2017. We're at Fall Phase 1, where Go Figure Red is now going to be taking on Aggressive 5. I'm your caster for today, CloudX, and I'm going to be casting solo with a bad throat, so please bear with me. Looks like you're going to have a Pit Lord ban coming out, and you've also got a Darkseer getting eliminated by Aggressive 5. Standard ban so far, got the Earthshaker followed up by Go Figure. For those of you that haven't been tracking the ESL India Premiership thus far, you should know that Aggressive 5 have now risen to the status of being the team to beat in the fall season. They've taken a game off Entity Gaming. They've even managed to take a victory over IQ Dota. something that many felt impossible for a team of 5 Indian players. Now, go figure Red on the other side. There are no pushovers either. They've also managed to take a game of IQ Dota in the previous LAN phase, that is the summer LAN finale of the ESL India Premiership. Ooh, nice little animation there for Shadow Shaman to be picked up, and then the clockwork follows up. Valve has really gone all out here and pulled out all the stops to help the production crew get stuff in order. This is looking good, I have to admit. 15 seconds on the clock, 2 minutes on the reserve clock here for A5 to take their next hero. We have seen them go with their support pick, and yeah, they're going to go with the silencer as their second pick up here. Instant draft coming out, instant picks coming out here, not wasting too much of the reserve time on either side. Yeah, so back to what I was talking about. Go figure, they've managed to take a game of IQ at the ESL India Premiership Summer LAN finale. So they're definitely going to be a team to watch out for here for aggressive 5. However, A5, I believe they should have secured their slot in the Masters for Fall Phase 2 regardless. They are sitting at a scoreline of 5-0 if I'm not mistaken at the Premiership right now, but I'm sure they'll be gunning for that 7-0 victory in this phase. We've got a Venomancer coming out from Go Figure Red. This does lead to a Bloodseeker ban immediately by aggressive 5. Pretty standard stuff. You don't want that Bloodseeker coming in on cleanup duty with the Thirst once Venomancer tags you with that Poison Nova in the middle of a team fight. However, I'm looking at the Shadow Shaman and the Venomancer in synergy, and this is a lot of pushing potential going their way with the Plague Wards and the Mass Serpent Wards on cooldown. It is, however, still a fairly open draft. I mean, we're not too certain if this is going to be a core Venomancer or if it is going to be a support one. Although I'd anticipate this to be a mid Venomancer. It's something that we have seen teams run in the past, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they run this here. Although I don't think I've ever seen Archmage playing the Venomancer mid. There is a Templar Assassin ban coming out from A5. For fear of Go Figure picking it up now that they've got the Venomancer in their pockets. You do have an Omni Knight ban, however, from Go Figure Red. With the 4th ban on the board here, A5, they're still looking for a mid, a carry, and I assume an offlaner, given that Clockwork's been a more popular position 4 of late rather than a position 3. As far as their offlane options go, still plenty of choices here in the mix. They could still go for the LC if they're looking for that single target lockdown. It does have a fair bit of synergy with the silencer that prevents that duel from being interrupted. It's also not a bad choice versus squishy pickups like that Shadow Shaman. Alternatively, they could always go for something like a Centaur if they're looking for that initiation and mobility with a Stampede. There's also a possibility of a Timbersaw or a Batrider here. If initiation is what they're looking for, the Batrider does seem to be their offlaner of choice for A5. Just gonna have to wait and watch as they've got a full minute and 56 seconds on the reserve clock to take a decision here. You probably want a natural pipe carrier this game, something to help tank up through the early bursts of magic damage, courtesy the Venomancer. At the same time, you also want something that works well versus pushes, because you know that the Shadow Shaman and the Venomancer are going to be grouping up and taking towers once that Shadow Shaman hits the level 6 mark. They are going to go with the LC. That'll be their source of initiation and also their offlaner of choice. Meanwhile, on the side of Go Figure, how are they going to augment this push here? Are we going to see a mid-Dragon Knight coming out? Or is it going to be something a little more quirky like an offlane Nature's Prophet? The Lone Druid is in the mix, and we have seen certain teams run into success here. I mean, at the Duo Arena, we did see KKL taking a game of aggressive 5 with the Lone Druid and the Arc Warden in the same lineup. That was a split push mayhem all over the map. However, it will be Go Figure that picks up the Tusk, one of the better heroes to deal with both the Legion and the Silencer for that matter. For those of you wondering why I refer to the Legion as a counter to those two heroes, it is, or rather as the Tusk to the counter to those two heroes, it is because the Snowball works wonders versus the duel, helps to keep your allies inside that Snowball, shaving off valuable seconds from that duel, the duel disable duration, and you've also got the possibility to pop Greaves on a Tusk. I'm assuming eventually he is going to be the mech and the Greaves carrier. The Greaves allows him to shrug off the silence on himself and then take his allies into a snowball in the mid and late game stages to shrug off some of that global silence duration. Alright, I'm getting some feedback about my microphone. Give me a moment. Just going to try and get this fixed up. Alright, hopefully we're better now. We're looking at a Klinks pickup, however, coming out from aggressive 5. A5 are really playing this on thin ice, I have to say. With the Klinks pickup, they've got themselves a squishy core. It's one that could punish the Venomancer and the Shadow Shaman nonetheless. But up until he gets a BKB, I think it goes either way, with the Shadow Shaman having the opportunity to lock him down, or go figure beats up on him. But that's really where the Silencer is going to add a lot of value. Not to mention the fact that Klinks makes for a hell of a high ground push hero. This now means that A5 is looking for a mid hero of their own. Go figure, I can't quite agree with this Axe pickup. I mean, if this is going to be an off-lane Axe, it's not going to work very well versus a safe lane Klinks. In fact, at this point, they could simply leave the Klinks alone versus the Axe and then let the Silencer go along with the Clockwork to make rotations across the map. Maybe even run an offensive trial lane, although it's unconventional, with the Legion Commander to try and shut down whoever go figure safe laner is going to be. And in this case, it looks like it might just be a Venomancer safe lane, unless they choose to run this mid and then pick up, I don't know, something like a Life Sealer perhaps on their safe lane. Anyway, last bans on the board here. Both teams should have a fair understanding of what the other side is looking for. It is going to be Archmage's Invoker that gets banned out. Quite surprised that I didn't see this coming. But A5, they're not going to leave anything to chance here. They are assuming that this is going to be a safe lane Venomancer. Now looking for Archmage's heroes on that middle lane. I wonder if we're going to see something like a Storm Spirit being pulled out, although that seems like a terrible idea in hindsight in the face of a Silencer and a Legion Commander. There's also the possibility that Go Figure runs this as an offensive trial of their own, with the Venomancer, Shadow Shaman and the Tusk. And then they put Axe in a one-on-one situation versus the LC on the Axe's safe lane. That could work out quite well for Go Figure. One minute, 30 seconds on the clock. Apparently both teams are still looking for a mid. A5's options here include the Storm Spirit, if they're looking for physical DPS or pushing potential. I think the Dragon Knight's a choice. The Phantom Assassin is still in the pool as well, but I'm not entirely certain that's a good choice up against that Axe pickup on the side of Go Figure. If they wanted some control, they could even go for the Queen of Pain on their side. Get that bit of magic damage to throw on top of that Legion Commander. But all said and done, I think the Lina might be the ideal pickup here, coming out from aggressive 5. The burst damage from the Laguna Blade, not to mention the extra control coming out from the LSA. And the high ground pushing potential with that ridiculous range in the Fiery Soul attack speed that Lina gets. I'd expect Go Figure to ban out the Lina here. Or pick it up themselves. Yeah, there's the Lina ban, followed up by a Queen of Pain pickup. So now their lineup's looking a lot more sensible. They've got a lot of magic damage and a lot of mid-game team fight potential. Not so much late-game potential on the side of Go Figure, at least not so much late-game physical DPS potential on the side of Go Figure. But aggressive 5 instantly responds to that Queen of Pain pick with a Viper of their own, and this suddenly puts Archmage in a rather disadvantageous situation, especially once paddling on the Viper gets a couple of levels in the Corrosive Skin, which essentially means that the Quap can no longer drop Shadow Strikes on the Viper without actually taking more damage than she dishes out. Forgive me for the frequent breaks, folks. The flu has finally caught up to me. I'm gonna blame this one on the Nodwin Gaming production crew. They caught it while they were here in Mumbai, left it behind for its gestation period, and now I've got it. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Workaholic. I know you're sitting there listening to me. But here we go. The first game of the new patch. Nothing really changed apart from the draft scene. The meta has now stabilized as we enter into the largest esports competition in history. But for now, we're going to have to settle for the ESL India Premiership. Tongo, aka Paddling's going to be handling that Viper. You've got Madness, who I believe is A35 on the Legion Commander. I'm not sure if they're using a standing here, but if they aren't, that should be him. Nagy's going to be handling the Clinks. You've got Pinkman on the Clockwork, and that puts Basol on the Silencer. On the other side, go figure, they're running Tusk in the hands of Rampage. You've got Archmage going to be handling that Queen of Pain on the middle lane. Snacks on the Snacks on the Axe, not the Darkseer for a change. Drake's going to be handling that Shadow Shaman, and Deliverance is going to be playing the one-position Venomancer, who started off with a truck ton of Iron Branches and a Circle Hit. With 8 tangos, are they actually going to leave him alone here in the lane? Or are they running this as an offensive tri-lane after all? Because those are the only 2 scenarios where I see Deliverance actually needing this level of consumables and stats for that matter. But as always, the pause after the draft time is when all players decide it's time to go use the washroom. The great Indian Dota pause, as we like to call it. As we are getting underway. Remember, guys, Aggressive 5 hasn't lost a single game in this entire tournament. And they'll be looking to continue their win streak here. And of course, when I say tournament, I mean fall season phase 1. Pinkman with his boots, steeping out already. Drops down that deep observer ward. He's going to get away with this scot-free as well. No smokes are going to be dispelled. And at the same time, Rampage has walked in and blocked out the camp with his sentry ward, while dropping an observer ward a little further out. Now, one stray sentry ward somewhere in the center here could really foil this ward placement on the side of the Dire. So we'll have to wait and watch to see what the Radiant supports are up to. Pinkman, however, no sentry wards available on him. None available on Pasol's Silencer either. So there is a lack of detection on the side of the Dire, or rather D-ward potential on the side of the Radiant. Let's have a quick check on what everyone started off with. Just the single pair of boots in this entire game, and that too on Pinkman's roaming Clockwork. I'm going to take that back. There's actually a pair of boots on the Tusk as well. So both roaming heroes walking around with boots. Although I want to say that the Clockwork with boots is a bit more effective at level 1, given that the cogs, or rather the boots allow him to get in position for those cogs early on. There's possibly kill potential with those cogs as well. I mean, they do have a fair few squishy heroes on the side of Go Figure in the form of the Shadow Shaman and the Venomancer, at least in the early stages of the game. But Queen of Pain, if she chooses not to skill up the blink, or rather holds on to that skill point and picks up the Shadow Strike before the Clockwork reveals himself, there is skill potential on the middle lane as well. Especially if Viper puts his first point into the poison attack. Got another pause coming out. This time from Go Figure. Possibly some setting issues that they're trying to resolve before this game gets underway. I think this is a fairly even matchup. Both teams, on a good day, either team could actually come out ahead. So I'm quite curious to see who does walk away with the win here. I know that Aggressive 5 doesn't really need to win this game to continue staying in the Masters League, but the case may not be the same for Go Figure. I think the stakes are fairly higher for them, and it's actually surprising that they chose to go with such a risky lineup that falls off towards the late game. Unless, of course, they end up giving a farm priority over to Drake, who ends up picking up, I don't know, Aghanim's Refresher, a la Demon. Snacks, unfortunately, not going to get his own bounty rune here. Madness has just come in and asserted his dominance without even putting a skill point in anything just yet. But Snacks wants it. He's going to go in a tad bit late. It hasn't put a point into the counter helix just yet. So they're just going to duke it out without anyone actually popping any skill points just yet. Actually, Madness put his point into the moment of courage. And he was the one to walk away with the bounty runes. So 3 bounty runes going over to aggressive 5 right at level 1. Madness now recognizing that this is going to be that offensive tri lane that we talked about coming out from Go Figure. He might just be able to pull that creep wave back all the way around, but instead he's choosing to harass Snacks. Snacks, he's put his point into the counter helix as well, and now it's really boiling down to who's got the better RNG blessings here. And for now it looks like it was Snacks. It's going to have the upper hand in the lane. You know what, both these heroes are really good in those melee versus melee matchups that give the upper hand to Axe in the early game. But bottom, meanwhile, Negi, the aggressive tri lane is paying off for Go Figure right from the get-go as they score first blood, bringing down the 1-position hero on the side of A5. Go Figure. This is exactly what they need to do. Make the most out of this early game, go into the mid-game with a significant item and net worth advantage, and then try and close the game out before it starts hitting the ultra late game mark, where the Viper gets unkillable and Negi gets unstoppable. Rampage, another snowball at the ready, and not too much to stop this 3-man jump in. The shackles especially. I mean, they do have the cogs to disjoint that Shadow Shaman, but other than him, there's really no way to stop the shackles at this point, given that Pasol hasn't put the first point into the last word. Snacks and Madness. Still just duking it out on the top side, but bottom's where most of the action's going to be happening. Unfortunately, because this is an offensive tri lane, it doesn't make sense for Pinkman to leave the lane, which means that his boots aren't going to be as effectively utilized as he would like. There's the snowball. They just get a little bit of damage done. They've actually got off the poisons. Sorry, the poison. What the hell is it called? The venomous gale as well. But Rampage is going to be the one that possibly goes down. He just barely survives by the skin of his teeth and walks away to safety. No shrines available, which means he's going to have to make a base trip. But not before he picks up that bounty rune. Meanwhile, how's mid looking? 13 CS on the Viper, 4 denies for him, while Queen of Pain sitting at 9 and 4. Both middle laners popping their salves already. But Paddling clearly having the better time in this lane with the 1-1-1 skill build. He can simply walk up onto the high ground and beat the hell out of Archmage like this. He's still got a tango to work with. His Iron Branch is available for that extra region as well. And Archmage, it's going to be a while before he gets his bottle. He's done the right thing, in fact. He's chosen not to put a single point into the Shadow Strike, knowing that it's pointless throwing it out on a Viper with 2 points in the Corrosive Skin. Instead, he was hoping to just push out the wave with 2 points in the Scream of Pain. But the problem with that is every time he walks forward, he just takes at least 2 to 3 hits from the Poison attack and the Nether Toxin from the Viper, and that means that Archmage has to walk back again. He's going to need a rotation coming out from the Tusk soon enough. But the Tusk has his hands full at the bottom lane. Oh, so Shackle, it's actually on an illusion from the Clockwork. No harm, no foul. Shadow Shaman still has a lot of mana to work with. As far as the last hits are going, it is the Venomancer sitting at 10 and 3, while Klinks is slowly starting to fall behind. This does indicate that Go Figure's aggressive tri lane is working out well. But the tri lane is going to be left to its own devices for now. Deliverance actually left out here by himself. Pinkman is walking in. They've got the extra slow coming out as well from that last word, and they've cogged him in. That'll be the death of Deliverance's Venomancer, while middle lane, Paddling is going to dodge this gank skillfully by staying on his side of the middle lane. This indeed is the smart way to play it on this Viper. He's even got 3 points in the Corrosive Skin, so even if they do get a jump on him, there's a very high likelihood that he'll just turn this around on their heads. And I mean, he's even got himself that Ring of Aquila picked up. Nonetheless, Archmage, he's got his double damage rune bottled up, and in a minute's time, the shrine is going to be available for his use as well, so he's not falling as far behind as Paddling would have hoped. Up top, I don't think we're going to see any kills just yet. I mean, you're definitely going to require a rotation here for either of these two heroes to go down. Bottom is probably where all the action is going to be happening. However, I think Klinks is doing just fine at this point, especially with the one kill that they got in the lane on Deliverance's Venomancer. And while the Klinks has died himself once, he has managed to catch up in terms of CS. Which begs the question, was Go Figure's aggressive tri lane really justified even? One thing's for certain, the clear victor of this entire laning stage is this Viper, who's now calling out infused raindrops and a magic wand, making him absolutely unkillable at the hands of Archmage. Meanwhile, go figure. They've got the high ground advantage here, so they do see Pinkman isolated. In fact, they might want to consider making a play here. Deliverance is walking in. Rampage! No, that's not how it's done. He actually ice shards himself in. In fact, Pinkman was thinking of turning around there again, but he might want to wait for one more level before he does so, to get that point in the rocket flare. Uh-oh, he's found Rampage here by himself, but Rampage is going to shave some time off of that battery assault with the snowball. Deliverance gets that venomous gale off on two heroes. Negi's taking some damage here, but he's turning around himself. Go figure, Drake coming in with the shackles. Negi with the invis. Deliverance taking a few hits. No one ends up dying. Both teams just fizzle out that engagement as peacefully as they could possibly do so. 42 and 23 meanwhile on this middle lane Viper. Archmage has just given up all hope here in this lane. In fact, he's made a rotation towards the bottom lane with that Sonic Wave. He wants to make a play, gets the Sonic Wave, gets the Scream, and gets the kill on Negi as well. While Pasol, he's forced to TP on out of there. I definitely think that's the right thing to do for Archmage, especially while he had that regen rune. He's gonna make the most of it by TPing back mid and coming in with full mana at his disposal. Archmage forced to blink back out there towards the shrine. Might even have to pop it this early on. Bottom, cogs, battery assault, everything's being thrown at Deliverance here, but Pinkman, he's in a bit of trouble himself. Here comes the LC with a well-timed rotation. As soon as he hits level 6, comes in for the duel victory. And 7 minutes in, he's already got the 10 bonus damage. But this does open up some space for the Axe to do his thing on the top lane. In fact, they're going to get some damage done in this tier 1 tower. Rampage is even rotated in towards the top lane, so if someone TPs in to try and defend this, it's almost a guaranteed kill. What is with these frequent pauses, by the way? Go figure. Possibly having internet issues on account of the rain. That's twice now, though, that the one position on the side of Go Figure has died. This is... I'm pretty certain this is not what they had in mind when they chose to run an offensive tri-lane. And it's worse that Madness, or rather A35, comes in there with the dual victory as well. That's his phase boots finished up. He's got himself a Quelling Blade, and it looks like he's going for the Armlet this game instead of the Blink Dagger. A decision that I'm not completely in support of. I do think they need that LC to be the force that initiates the team fights for aggressive 5, which is why he might want to consider switching gears and just going for the Blink Dagger right off the bat. Meanwhile, Rampage, still at level 2, just running around the map, looking to make something happen, but it's probably not a good idea to look over at the Viper. In fact, paddling, gets that Viper strike off. Is he really going to continue chasing here? Guess not. Archmage just walks in again and gets that extra EXP under his tower. It's going to be the usage of the Shrine in exchange for paddling committing the Viper strike, but with the Ring of Aquila and the Raindrop mana regen, I think he's just fine. In fact, he's not even going to need to use his Shrine just yet. Archmage. Almost getting tagged there again by the Viper. Meanwhile, Pasol and Pinkman just doing what they can to farm up the stack with their own creeps being pulled to the side. That's a wave of EXP denied up against Drake, who's on that Shadow Shaman here by himself, but he's been spotted. There was a Radiant Observer Ward watching him move into the jungle here. He knows that there's something suspicious about the way that A5 are hunting him, and immediately he TPs back to his tower. Another dodge gets successfully ganked here by Go Figure. Snacks He's chosen to go for the Vanguard first, and that Blink Dagger is going to be a while off. Well, Madness still hasn't shown signs of switching gears into that Blink Dagger. Well, Pinkman's movements have been spotted, so they're probably not going to be able to score the kill on the side of A5, but they're the ones being jumped upon, in fact, with the Shackles coming in. The Battery Assault does a lot of work on Rampage. He ends up going down, while Pinkman still continues to run forward. He's okay to sacrifice his life as long as it results in another kill, and Negi wants to make it happen, but he's going to need one more hit for that. Unfortunately, Deliverance is going to back away. Ends up being another 1-for-1, with the Clockwork trading his life in exchange for the Tusk, I believe? No, actually, it was just the... Yeah, it was the Tusk traded off for the Clockwork there. But more importantly, it was actually Intelligence being stolen away by Pasol there in that fight. Anyway, top. Got a fight breaking out. It is the Axe that's being jumped upon, but the Axe is the one getting himself some kills instead. He ends up bringing down the Silencer and almost gets the kill on Madness's Legion Commander as well. Looks like he didn't quite have the mana for the Culling Blade, but perhaps if he ate that mango, might have been able to score a couple of kills there. Paddling, going for the treads up next. He managed to get that assist goal for rotating up towards the top lane there. He's chosen to go for the Midas instead, so with such a good start, why not go for the Midas and continue expanding your lead? After all, Viper's not one of the fastest farmers in the mid-game stage. He's really got no AoE creep clearing abilities. Might as well get the Midas and stay ahead of the net worth curve throughout the game. Pinkman spots Archmage, doesn't have a hook shot. He's still level 5. His Archmage blinks over the horizon and gets on out to safety. But it looks like A5 are going to be grouping up now, looking to take down a tier 1 tower at the middle lane. Chipping away with Legion Commander standing on the front lines. Well, Clockwork provides valuable vision with the Rocket Flare. Negi. They're hoping to create space here for Negi, but unfortunately it's not quite happening. Snacks, meanwhile, in the top lane, has actually gone to work on Madness. Madness starts off with the duel. The Viper's TPing in, but his TP is a tad bit too long. The Viper Strike is there. It's not going to be a duel victory, but it is going to be a kill nonetheless, and Madness will be the one to claim the money for it. While middle lane is a skirmish breaking out, you've got Deliverance coming in, Pinkman's in trouble. Rampage is in a lot more trouble, however. He ends up going down to Pasol, Silencer, while Pinkman hook shot out to safety, but not quite safe enough as Pasol gets chased down, or rather Pinkman gets chased down by Archmage. And Pasol takes some collateral damage from the Scream of Pain. 1 for 1, an eye for an eye, both roamers losing their lives. While the Axe ends up going down on the top lane as a freebie as well. A5 continues to stay ahead of the curve with a 1000 net worth lead. And about a similar EXP lead as well. Snowball. Looks like they want to make this play on the LC. They've actually got a passenger along as well, but LC too far out there to be caught. Our observers are going to spot out Pinkman's movements though. Rampage is going to be the one that makes a run for it. Meanwhile, Archmage utilizing this free space in the middle lane, knowing that there's 3 heroes on the side of A5 on the top side. Gets some push, some momentum being sent up towards that middle lane, but bottom, got a Shackle coming out. Neji says, screw your Shackle, he's just going to man up and start beating up on Drake, who's now stuck in the trees and ends up going down anyway. Another bit of stolen intelligence for Paso, while Negi is the one to claim the money for that kill. And all the while, Aggressive 5 does some damage in the top tier 1 tower as well. 7 and 5. It looks like A5 are just continuing to build up that momentum here as we enter that mid-game stage. Now, at the start of this game, I did mention that Go Figure was the one that's going to need the good early start into the build-up and that mid-game phase, but things seem to be going the other way for now. Pasol getting initiated upon. Sonic Wave even committed. Archmage, he's blinked into a precarious situation. The Shadow Strike damage doesn't quite take him down, but it is Tongo that gets the deny off on him. Well, there are other cogs on the front lines. It's going to be Snacks that meets his maker next. They have a duel and will commit it. No call being used there, as a victory will go over to the LC. At the same time, Negi ends up getting a kill on Rampage on the bottom lane as well. That is absolutely absurd that he got a kill by himself here. And nothing goes in favor of Go Figure there. Even the deny coming out from paddling on that Silencer. That allows them to extend their net worth lead a slight bit more, with a little extra money going in the hands of the cores. 835 almost has his armlet completed now. In fact, he's calling something out on the courier. It is his full armlet, and an opportune time to smoke indeed, as the duel's coming back online in 8 seconds time. Battling. He's going to be the one leading the charge with that Hood of Defiance picked up. The amount of wards here, though, is a scary proposition as they are entering the fray. The scan has spotted them, though. This gank is going to be dodged as Negi, he's still hunting really deep. Space created for Archmage to keep farming in this top lane with his Veil picked up. How's the Axe looking in terms of his Blink Dagger timing? Yeah, still a while to go, but not the worst Blink Dagger timing considering he chose to go for a Vanguard first. Up top. I'll see with the deny again. Just preventing those extra bits of gold going in favor of Go Figure. A5 are doing everything right so far. And if they keep this up, Go Figure is slowly going to have to start making very desperate plays to jump back from this. I mean, they did choose to go for the Midas on Deliverance, so they are building towards the mid and late game stage as well with him. He's opting to go for the 4-staff. No Veil of Discord coming out for him since Queen of Pain's already picked up one. Meanwhile, Negi, it's going to be the Orchid first, not the Desolator Rush on this Clinks. Middle tier 1. Not going to go down just yet. Pinkman has the line on the hook shot. Is he going to fire off? Looks like he isn't. Well, bottom lane, Negi ends up getting on out to safety as well. Despite being dusted, the Global Silence backs him up. However, it wasn't quite necessary given that there's no Blink Dagger on the Axe just yet. I like what Pasol's doing, immediately picking up a Smoke of Deceit of his own. They know that with the Global Silence down on cooldown, they need to find a pick off to shave some seconds off of it. That'll prevent Go Figure from coming in and making aggressive plays on their own towers, but they will have to sacrifice this tier 1 tower to snacks nonetheless. While they look to take a tier 2 at mid themselves. Venomancer from behind, Queen of Pain on the front lines, being run down by Pinkman. Archmage has to be careful about where he blinks here. Goes towards the south side. Pinkman, though, doesn't quite follow him up with that hook shot for fear of who was lurking in the wings. But they do get the tier 2 tower and walk away without any casualties of their own. But we are at the point where Go Figure can start making plays of their own. In fact, yeah, that's what they're going to do. With the Blink Dagger picked up on the Axe and the Serpent Wards available at the ready on Drake, they can make plays. But this smoke, unfortunately for them, has been spotted out by Radiant Observer Wards all across the map here. In fact, one deep inside here, watching everything they just did. I'd be really surprised if they end up getting a kill here on any of the aggressive 5 heroes. Rampage walking out by himself here while Negi walks around under cover of the Skeleton Walk. The positions have now been revealed. The Serpent Wards dropped at middle lane. It looks like A5 still want to fight nonetheless, with Paddling leading the charge on the front lines. Just going to work on those wards, knowing that he's nearly unkillable at this point with that Hood already picked up. And now the Dragonlance completed as well. Hook shot in, Pinkman starts the fight. He finds himself Deliverance while Negi goes to work on him and brings him down. Of course, Pasol is around here to claim the free 2 intelligence. Well, they did get a smoke gank off success, or rather they got a smoke tower off successfully. They end up losing their 1 position once more. At this, going for the duel. Can't quite run up to a Queen of Pain and get a duel off that easily. But they are in a position to take this tier 2 tower now, with the creep wave already pushing in. Crisp, disciplined Dota coming out from aggressive 5, I have to say. This is looking like a team that's got their basics right, and a team that's playing with a lot of confidence under their belt, coming off of 2 back-to-back victories versus 2 of the top teams on the ESL India Premiership. Go Figure, meanwhile, not making any... I wouldn't say they're making any drastic decisions right now. I think they might have just committed to defending their high ground and maybe making a play with a smoke somewhere near the Roshan takedown mark, but Pinkman is already setting up for a Roshan kill by aggressive 5. Just hanging around the pit while A5 pushes out the middle and the top lanes. In fact, they're looking for a kill on the top side, but another successful scan by the Dire, but Deliverance, he's still out of position here and might just end up going down as Negi is tailing him. Deliverance goes into the trees. No blink dagger. Oh, actually, he does have a blink dagger on the LC. Is he going to get range in time? No, he isn't. A close shave there for Venomancer, as he manages to get out to safety in the nick of time. Meanwhile, Axe jumping in here onto the silencer. Queen of Pain is just bailing. She doesn't want any part of this clowny engagement, as Snacks will just TP out as well. Go figure. Dodging a bullet there. Meanwhile, Plinks. His Orchid is nearly complete now. 19 minutes in. And of course that silence is going to be hella useful versus the Quap, but fortunately for Archmage, he's managed to keep farming as well and will have his Yule Scepter online in just a little bit. Madness jumped upon, he just toggled his armlet off, so he lost a lot of HP by default there. The shackles, the serpent words, everything but the kitchen sink thrown at him. While he respawns in 44 seconds, the serpent wards are going to take 110 seconds to come back online. This gives Aggressive 5 a window to push once more and possibly take down that last tier 2 tower, or maybe just move into the pit and claim Roshan for themselves. Do they have any smokes available? Yep, they've got one sitting on Pasol. That really should be the play from them. They've got a power spike and that Orchid already picked up as well. So now would indeed be the ideal timing to make a play. Archmage, he'll be forced to blink and refresh that Curse of the Silent, or rather Arcane Curse. Well, A5 not making as aggressive a move as I would have liked them to make, but now they're going to group up, wasting no more time. Still got about 50 seconds without the Mass Serpent Words coming online, and Deliverance could be the one to get caught with his pants down here. Watch for the LC jump in. They had vision on him, they've gone in, they've got the duel. Meanwhile, the hook shot is there towards the south side with the Global Silence coming out as well. They get the kill on Deliverance and force Archmage to Yules up, but the silence is there the second time around. Nope, he didn't Yules the first time, Yules is the second, and then blinks up to the high ground, but Madness is still chasing him. He gets hexed up by Drake. Drake can't stick around with the shackles. Let's go figure. They'll end up losing one member, their one position hero once again, as they make a break for it. A5 though, sparing no expenses, just going up onto the high ground and chipping away on that tier 3 tower already. Not heading back for Roshan, knowing that they've got the upper hand right now. They want to take a crucial objective, and with this tier 3 going down, this even opens up the shrines for them. Are they going to continue to go for the Radix here? Nope, looks like they're going to choose to back away. But Go Figure has something to say about that. They've got the worst possible target however in that Viper, and this could make them end up making them being punished for it as the kill comes out onto Drake. They've also got themselves a double kill for the Viper actually, with the dual kills coming in. Triple kill for the Viper. Archmage in trouble, ends up hitting the deck with Deliverance, the only survivor, standing tall under his shrine, and immediately you've got a GG coming out. Go figure. Man, they've just been demoralized here by Aggressive 5. They take a convincing victory at the ESL India Premiership. Well folks, that escalated very quickly, and looks like we've got a 20-minute wrap-up here coming out from A5. Thank you for tuning in. If you've enjoyed, of course, hit the subscribe button on the ESL India Premiership YouTube channel. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter at TheRealCloudX. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 PM. Adios.
ground shake.
Well, definitely Omkar Pasol Urunkar's day today, along with the entire Aggressive Fire team. Congratulations on winning this game against Go Figure Red. And for everybody who joined us on the Facebook page of ESL India and the YouTube gaming channel of ESL India Premiership, thank you for joining us for the Day 12 live stream of the ESL India Premiership 2017 fall season. Brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Zombie by BenQ and organized by Norton Gaming. We will be back again tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. IST. In the evening is when you should sit in front of your couches, chairs, gaming chairs, whatever you're sitting on, in front of your PCs, and just lock on to the live stream, because tomorrow is going to be Day 13 live stream. So we are going to be there, but for today, that's all we have. We'll come back again tomorrow.